There's the mom, but this time 2 cubs. Let's go. In the year of 2021, after many years of searching, I was able to purchase a remote property deep in the mountains of Western Canada. I've recently decided to quit my job, move here full-time, and see if I can survive solely on a YouTube income. With no neighbors, very difficult access, endless wilderness, and a river that runs through it all, I couldn't be happier with this newfound freedom. Follow along with me for this challenging journey while I try to create a livable space in this unforgiving yet beautiful, vast wilderness. It's working. Here's my low water gauge. I've been going by the last couple years. So I come check this rock out, and I do believe this rock here, if it gets down about another inch lower, that's the limitation for the too low mark, where you start really running into the shallows a bit. Still very much manageable. Good morning, by the way. I would say this is a week of visitors. Not a lot getting done construction wise, and I'm not worried whatsoever. The main goal is get the place insulated, wood stove in, and a proper outhouse, and then everything after that's gravy. Winter will be here before you know it. I'll be fine. Update on garden. Celery starting to come through. Have some different varieties. Peas, I should probably string these up before it's too late. Here's zucchini. Coming along. All the onions. I'll have to weed this row still. Some weeding still. Garlic. Great news on the tobacco. I might be able to make a cigar after all. If I can just get one cigar out of this, I will be one happy guy, let me tell you. I don't even smoke cigars, but I will this time. Helicopter again. Garden is weeded. Check that off the list. A videographer who was hired out by Tufte Outdoor Wear, who I work with and very proud to. They're a big fan of the channel, of course, and I'm a big fan of their clothing, and they've been with me since day one. Very cool company that is trying to do the right things, which I think must be very difficult in a competitive market where textiles and clothes making is hyper competitive, but amazing product. Very cool. They hired a videographer who's coming out tomorrow. I have to pick him up in the boat. Him and his co-worker will be just following me around. And then on Thursday is my friend, one of my longtime friends with his kids coming out. So we'll do some fishing. Tufte and Blue Eddy have sort of become part of the channel's identity. That's what you got to do to stay afloat and keep your channel going. So very grateful to them. Those ads can take up to sometimes 2 days to make, but I think I can juggle it, as well as have friends over, have a videographer over, somehow get a video out for Saturday. I'm happy with where things are at. The production in other things is very high, and then production carpentry wise is very slow. Is what it is. So what do I got to do? Walk the trail. Yeah, if it gets super low, then I'll have to use the trail a bit. Oh, there. That dock, I have to say, does look rather symmetrical, even though the posts did go in kind of, they didn't go in like straight, but from here it looks pretty darn good. If anything, it's maybe better if they're angled like that. I don't know. Looks like they want to land. Oh, they're landing. Cool. Well, that's cool. No coffee, but they're doing fisheries work, which is awesome. Sounded like the Chinook, which is the only species of salmon that comes up here, is doing much better, I think, at least for here. I don't know about other rivers, so let's do some fishing. I want to say this is the high brush cranberry, so I can start picking these, freezing these, start making jams. And that freezer and the electrical setup is a game changer. Look at all these wild high brush cranberries. Pretty sure. I like it when the helicopters land here. It's pretty cool. It's thrilling. The high brush cranberry or whatever. Oh, it is. Look at all these colors. What are you? What? Oh, that's watermelon berry. Okay, it's just a different color. Some of them are, I knew that. An actual raspberry, living off the fat of the land. Goldenrod. Oh, can you eat it? Medicinal uses. So there you go. The flower and its leaves are edible. In fact, the seeds are great for thickening soups. Bad for hay fever, good for everything else. So there you have it. Goldenrod. And how it's misjudged. Poor thing. Let's eat some. Yeah, maybe don't eat that part. Looks like the birds have been eating them though. Yeah, the birds are definitely eating these ones. To rebuild this. Anybody home? am dropping off my big freezer and all the tin roof material at my neighbor's, cutting my boat distance in half rather than going in from the boat launch. So I was gonna patch it here, but it's good enough for now, so. This might take a while. Top of the morning, off to get the videographers. Sure. Feel the weight a little bit there. It was about half speed all the way up. This is a little out of the ordinary. Do a interview, I guess. I don't know. Some sort of interview, so that's kind of cool. Dress appropriately for such things. This one is a hawk shirt with organic cotton. And then we have the soft shell willow pants. How about that? We have the pine shell jacket. The pants too, no doubt. This is where it's at. Here we go.
The HDMI output options.
Totally. That's an incredible setup you guys have. The change of social scenery was so like heavy duty that it was the physical part of being here was not bad at all. Like, yeah, the bugs and the mosquitoes were bad, and you're just spending a lot of time covered in pine sap and doing a lot of hard labor and trying to clear a trail. But it was that social dynamic changed so much that I think that's something that no matter how much you prepare yourself for it, it's still just a big slap in the face. It's really on and off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Feel pretty special being filmed and photographed by a couple of northern British Columbia's best videographers, no doubt. You guys are probably two of the best in northern BC, right?
Easily.
Easily. Well, that was pretty cool. We have sun coming out now, and you guys are wrapping up. Yes, sir. Cool. Frog it back.
What's up, guys? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Man, what a cool day that was. Much appreciated to these two fine gentlemen for coming out and doing some videography. And I shall see you guys again. They're going to be back again in most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah, okay, in a month or two. So more on this later. And but these guys are pros and they have websites.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pleasure.
Yeah, Darrin, thanks, man. Go. I have all these here garlic shoots from the tops of my garlic plants. Apparently they're pretty good. Cheese, pepper. Quick note here about cooking with skunk cabbage leaves. These are great big leaves. I've cooked with them last year and had a successful chicken in the ground, but this is more for demonstration purposes. Anyone eating from this skunk cabbage leaf cook in the ground will be just myself, nobody else. With that said, I did find some information on some of the First Nations peoples who did in fact cook with it, and I didn't find much more than that, but let's just see how this works out. One online source states that the leaves, after being properly processed by cooking or drying, were not only eaten but also served as essential tools for wrapping, storing, and steaming other foods like salmon and clams. It's always a bit of a challenge having visitors, especially when you got to pick up 2 different sets of visitors in 2 days in a row. August is a time for visitors. Here we got breakfast lined up. It's down there. One good thing about this time of year is it's the river is at its safest point. The water's warm now. All the snowpack has melted. It's lowest. It's warmest. This is a good time to boat people up. The only real risk at this time of year is running into like gravel bars and stuff in the very shallow spots. It rained yesterday. We have good water height, not going to be running in the ground or anything. So.
Could someone hold on to this? I don't want to fall.
Yeah, you could like hang this on the walls.
What would you guys do with this?
I don't know.
You think it's a moose skull?
I think, well, it depends what it looks like. It's like a dinosaur skull, but it's not.
It kind of does look like a dinosaur.
Those dinosaurs that fly in the sky.
The pterodactyl.
Yeah, that's not really
It looks like a pterodactyl, doesn't
a
it?
dinosaur, but I think it is a pterodactyl. There could be such thing as a pterodactyl.
On the fish. They're down there a little ways though. What if I try going underneath all this?
Wow, that's big.
There. Here we go, guys. You ready?
Oh yeah, I see.
Big leaves.
See this?
There it is. Okay, that fire experiment failed. Yeah. I thought it would have been enough, boys, but it's partially
Lumpy.
cooked. Okay, the fish cooked a little bit. Tastes like fish. Well, I'd cooked the chicken last year and it worked fine. This year, maybe I didn't have enough coals, or I'm not sure what went wrong, but it was a partial success because that chunk of fish I ate was not fully cooked, but still actually tasted pretty darn good. I'm gonna wrap this in tin foil and put it on the barbecue.
So many raspberries that are pushing up.
Dude, look, there's a bunch of huckleberries back here too. Okay, let it run. I know. That's sweet. What's a biggie? Oh,
That's enormous.
keep some drag on so you don't lose it. There's a bit of drag on it. Here, guys, get that. Matt's gonna get it. Sorry. It's all catch and release here anyway, so. Here, Cheech. Like you say, have some work to do on the computer for a few hours, then I just told them to run loose and have a good time, so they're out there fishing and I can join them later. I think I'll pass this camera off to them and they can kind of record whatever they're doing, and I can put that in the video. Oh!
First fish. It's a nice little rainbow, buddy. You just got it. You good? Barely on me.
Camera's recording, dude. Wave to the camera. Okay, guys, I'm done editing.
Very good.
Time for you guys to go home. I think that's done. Let's try some of that there. It's actually really good. So it turns out there's been some talk about pike minnow, whether they taste good. A chunk I just ate here, I'm gonna say is definitely very good tasting. Are they bony? Probably, because I had a bone in that bite. But if you take your time, you could easily eat this all day, every day, I'm sure. There's a bone. I think you just have to be very methodical. truly much better than I even thought it was going to be. I'm very impressed. You can definitely see how it is a bony fish for sure. I mean, unless you like eating bones, some people might. Yeah. Just something to get through the next few weeks here.
I know how it goes, man. It's all gravy. Well, I didn't realize it was the next day. It was skunks. I went for just random.
I just don't know what to do, so I'm cooking a fish.
It's well, safe to say everyone had success fishing. Bull trout, rainbow trout, the type of whitefish, pike minnows, and salmon. It's in there. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be now that it's inside, even though I measured it and everything. Food security, some solar panels coming, and those will get hooked up. You guys ready to go for a boat ride? Nice and easy.
Way to be enthusiastic.
Oh, well, just a one-day trip only. They can only come up for, and I, on the other hand, am on my last mini trip of the year. Back in a few days, and then here until Christmas.
See you, bud.
Bye.
Alright, take care, Shawn. I'll see you this week.
See you next time. Well, I'm glad the boys were able to catch some fish. One day is not long enough. It's a lot of travel, a lot of effort for everybody. But that's all they could squeeze in, and that's all I could squeeze in this year. And then the hope is in the future I can host people more comfortably. But yeah, it was nice having them, and the young guys, I'm really glad they got to really catch some nice fish there. And what the heck was I thinking? Why haven't I been fishing more? So yeah, let's hit the road. Gone for 4.5 days, I guess. Approximately 4.5, maybe 5 days. Got all the things out of the way that I needed to, and I have about 6 hours of driving left in front of me. I staged my trailer in a top secret location. I found a deactivated forestry road, and I didn't want to drag it around with me, but I did want to bring it to town and pick it up on the way back through and load it up with insulation probably. I'm at my storage unit, and bit by bit I'm clearing it out. Instead of doing it all at once, I can just do it a little bit over time, and I think that's probably the smart way to do it. Yeah, let's grab some boxes. Still here. We're at the top secret trailer hiding spot. Had an initial plan for where to keep it, and that did not work out, so it's here. I have friends and people I could ask, but it was a situation where you just like want to drop something off right now. Partially loaded trailer, and this thing is full. Challenge now is to get back before dark. If it gets too dark, you pretty much are forced to pull over and camp out for the night and wait for sun up. Kind of pushing the clock here right now. That water sure came up. Must have rained a fair bit. Anyway, my concern was I fixed that leak, but there was ever so slight pinhole still, and I pulled up the boat as much as possible on rocks. And I knew that if the river came up, that pinhole leak would take on water. So anyway, very slow leak. It probably took 1 or 2 days for it to fill up, but it still isn't on this rock. In the forecast it showed rain, but it must have rained a lot more than I think it did for this river to swell up like this. I think I might have to leave some things behind, and yeah. Got pretty dark there at the end. Not a good time to be on the river, but the river was high. I guess there's been a decent amount of rain. The headlamp allowed me to see, but still not the most comfortable drive. Camping out would have been probably the smartest thing to do. But anyway, I'm here. Good morning. A couple of them. Hello? What are you doing? Get out of here. Hello? What are you doing? Get out of here. It's a different bear with 2 cubs. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Hello. Let's go. Not to worry. Well, they ate the apples off that tree, that one tree that had apples. There's the mom, but this time 2 cubs, so it's a different mama. Let's go. Off you go. You woke me up. Well, now. Just waiting for that other cub to get out of the tree here. Yeah, go to your mom. Okay, you're gonna climb up that tree now. All right then. They were around earlier, just a few minutes ago, just as the sun was coming up. It's after 6 now. I guess it's about 7. I had to get up anyway. Now I'm going to do a warning shot just to make it kind of uncomfortable for them. misfired. Let's go. Get out of there. But how about the tobacco? They look terrible. All of a sudden they're coming together. If I get a corn on the cob, it won't be very big. All the potatoes are doing stellar. The lettuce is coming through. It's funny, this corn really hasn't been growing, but I'm glad the bear and the two cubs didn't discover the garden. Fortunately, they decided to come on a day when I was here, otherwise they would have really did a number. I hear that zucchinis can be quite prolific growers, so it's kind of funny that they can be so abundant and everything. Yet there, you go to buy them in a grocery store and they're quite expensive. Oh yeah. Today, I will move the Starlink to a better location so I can have clear signal. Following that, I will make lumber so I can carry on with the dock and pick up where I left off. Goodbye. It's still there. Ah! Anyway. Must be so easy to weed. Okay, that's a little better. Doesn't have to be a perfect solar panel setup. Blue Eddy unit. This is the I don't even remember. This is the AC200L. My satellite connection, with all the foliage growing in through summer, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. For it to work over there, I need to cut down several more trees or get it extremely high up. But ultimately I have to remove more trees anyway, so there's a lot of lumber to make, lots of lumber to make. I've had suggestions like climb a tree and then put it on the top, cut off the top of the tree and put it up there, but I'm not an arborist. That's some pretty heavy duty. You gotta really be up there. These trees are really high. You need climbing spurs, you need a lot of gear, it's dangerous. You need certain chainsaws, which I don't have. You could use a handsaw. It's just, you wouldn't want to do that. Like, you're out here on your own. It's just, you're not going to climb a tree and put that up there. It won't work on the top of the house because, again, too many trees. So there's just too many trees. You literally need to clear like a huge area like this for a Starlink to work. That's the reasoning. Pulling in 281 watts, putting out 36. Should be more than enough for a Starlink. We have ourselves an owl. Sure hope it's getting all the mice right beside the shed. Those mice keep going in the shed. There's some little openings under the roof. Okay, no sooner did I get the owl. Hey, don't you come to me. Dang. A skunk running at me? Well, I did something silly and it wasn't a very good cut. It settled back on the bar a bit. Big saw needs to get going, so I just probably have to clean out the air filter or something. But I'll just relieve some pressure here with with my winch. Too embarrassed to show you the cut. It was off. It wasn't way off. I was just, the big saw is just so much easier. I swear I'm not off much. It just settled back on the bar. The last 10 trees I've fallen have went basically exactly where I wanted them to. So my falling's improved, but this was just, I got sloppy, switched chainsaws. So anyway, kind of silly. We'll just pull it back here with the winch. Hate showing this stuff in the videos. This is gonna start coming this way. And get the heck out of here. Right where I wanted it. So that's where the cut was lined up for. I swear it was a good cut. Except for that part where I messed up. That winch is coming handy, I'll tell you. Game changer for sure out here. Hinge wasn't very good. Yeah.